Um, the biggest thing I learned with loss was how things are very temporary. And yeah, we are told that so many times, over and over, until it's something in our life that something very personal to us, then everything changes. Like, I haven't been sure I can look like myself, act like myself, still have my same habits, but there's just something missing in my life, and it is that thing that I've lost. And I feel it, and it hurts, and there's nothing I can really do about it. Cry. And then it brings me to the stage of growing into changing my habits. And you hear all the time about taking action, and I personally feel I'm always trying to not take action, or I say I'm going to do it and then I don't, and I guess I overwhelm myself, or I just make distractions or some sort of excuse. And I've realized that the best thing I could do and this is what I'm going to start doing whenever I'm feeling this way, is at least trying to do it for like 5 minutes, and then see how it goes for 5 minutes. Same for piano. Piano is one thing I really want to get into, and I've had this piano for so long, but I've never dedicated my time. And yes, I have, that's a lie, but I never made it a really consistent habit. And there's so many things I want to start, and also to make my life meaningful. And I think meaningful, when you hear this, it's like, why I'm stuck feeling like I have no purpose, but it's because I'm not spending my time wisely doing things that keep me distracted, and rather than falling for external validation or just attention from things that do not help me. And that was my biggest thing. Coming into 2026 was being the person I wanted to become. And I couldn't find myself whenever I got back home in these environments. I was just with the same habits, same routine. And yeah, there was things that actually that got me very stuck with the same habits and same routine, and there was an ad. I'm like shuffling YouTube because I don't know what to listen to. Waves. If you have not watched that movie, I need to rewatch it. Like, it's crazy to me. It's crazy to me how a year ago today I had everything and I had no clue about it. I had everything that could have made me abundantly happy, and I took that for granted. Not saying I took for granted what I lost, because I didn't. My whole heart was in her. But I took for granted that moment. And I cannot keep taking moments for granted. And that's why it's important, people say take action, and I get so, I'm like, what does that even mean? But it's like, just try. Just try every day to do something for a little bit of time, what I love doing. And there's got to be some things that you don't post to the public, but something that is rooted in your core that just you go back to, and not phones. Like, I'm talking creatively, like creating something, or even writing, just that you go back to, that you don't post, but that soothes you. And whenever I get in these moods where I just feel super defeated, I find myself doing this act, and it just calms me down so much. Like, I don't need to show anyone it. It can be as horrible. It can look so ugly, but I just need to create. Creating is so important, and phones take away this idea of creating. Yeah, there's people create edits and waves and create so many different things on their phones, but That's not what I'm into. And I create so many TikToks, not gonna lie. And I just never, it's never, I don't know. To be honest, I like making them. But it goes hand in hand with like this external validation thing, which needs to stop. Oh, basically, before I got distracted by the song, my goal for this year was changing these bad habits. And then I got the flu, and then I lost my best friend, and then I've just related back to those habits for safety, the bad ones, where I'm just always like watching TV or in bed all the time. But I also get these very bad like fevers of tiredness, and that never makes me want to go to the club meetings because it's always around the same time I'm feeling very tired. But something needs to change, and that's what needs to happen. And yeah, I have good habits, don't get me wrong, but there's certain things that I'm disappointed in myself by, and yeah, I shouldn't be disappointed, but to grow, I have to change. I need to be bold. We as people, we need to start doing the things we're terrified of. I'm terrified to go back into this job that never call me back. It's literally to be a waitress. But I don't know. It's like, in my brain, it's like, why would I go back when they couldn't reach out to me? Like, it probably means I didn't get the job and they can't give me that job. But I need a job. I have so much time, especially here. I have a lot of time here when I'm home, like back from school. And yeah, I just find myself either watching a movie, or I try not to go on my phone, but I was on my phone a couple of minutes ago. It's just, I feel very mad at myself, but then I always want to keep scrolling. It's like, no, I should stop doing that. Becoming the woman I want to be. And to do that as any human being has to be the person they want to become, they need to change. And to change, it's quite as simple as I think about it and I'm like, how can I I'm always thinking, how can I achieve excellence? But it's like, first, change the habits. And don't be looking for external success, external validation, like I'm doing this well. Just create. It can be so ugly. It can sound horrible. Just do it for yourself. Change the habits of, and it's so much harder than said, change the habits of when I'm just scrolling on my phone or watching TV shows. I watch TV shows when I eat. Do you guys do that too? I feel like a lot of people do that. It would be nice if I could have sometimes I don't want to have conversations when I eat. Sometimes I really want to be alone when I eat. But changing the habits that ruin me, for one, like I said, TVs, it doesn't matter, TV when I'm not doing anything, to creating art. I find so much soothing in my horrible artistic skills, but it soothes me. And it's also a passion project, creating this project so I can present it to my family. That's what I'm trying to do, but it's honestly, it's not good, but it's fine. It's fine. And just that, though, yeah, that's just changing my habits. I feel like anyone needs to do. And the other biggest thing, which I find myself stuck at repeatedly, is your thoughts. Your thoughts dictate so much. And when your thoughts are my thoughts are always consumed with the stupidest things, or sometimes it's good, but sometimes it's also it's not necessary. And they can change. You have to change your thoughts. Think how you want to think. Even though your reality isn't the reality you dream it to be, it can be. But give yourself the patience. Give yourself the time, the energy, and just give time to yourself. Don't be feeling like you need to rush into this lifestyle right away. It doesn't happen like that. It happens over time. Putting yourself out there. For me, I want to meet more people. I've had this conversation. I want to meet more people. I want to put myself out there because you get opportunities from that. You learn from other people. Every experience you've ever had with a person, you learn something from them if you're paying attention. If you're not paying attention, you're just going to be listening to them and staring at them and not understanding. But every person you've ever talked to in every conversation, there's something they're giving to you. if you really understand, if you're giving the attention they're asking for. And if you don't, then it's just oblivious. And for me, I need to put myself out there. I need to start asking the questions that I'm terrified to ask people, like strangers. I texted a friend and I was like, would you do this? Like, and he was like, yeah, like, why not? The worst thing they can say is no. And yeah, like, you hear that. It's like, damn, like, that's real. But at the same time, do I want to, like, get out of my comfort zone? Yes. You have to get out of your comfort zone because you only live once. You hear that so many times, YOLO. You hear that so many times. But you do. And that's the biggest, yes, there's Nepo babies. Yes, there's social media and TikTok. But the biggest way to get yourself out there is making an impression on people. And to make an impression on people, you have to show yourself. You have to be yourself. But you also have to be bold. You can't just feel like for me, I have this idea that a superior, whatever it's called, a superior, there, a superior, like, ideal, but it's like, no. If I can't do the things I'm afraid to do when this person next to me is doing them, they will get the chances more than me because they're getting out there. Same thing with taking action. You hear that and you're like, damn, like, I'm not taking action. But taking action can take 5 minutes to anything you want to learn, anything you want to do, 5 minutes into it. 5 minutes to walking up to that person and asking them what they do or what, like, something about you like. 5 minutes to ask someone to go get coffee. 5 minutes, like, it doesn't matter. But you have to put yourself out there. And you have to change your thoughts. You can't be thinking like, okay, like, I was scared. I was like, what if she's gonna be like I hate when strangers are rude. And yes, like, people say it's not personal, but I'm terrified of it because then I'm like, damn, I take it personally, which is bad, right? I have my own things that I need to change, but I wanted to go up to this woman and I wanted to be like, she had so many stickers from different countries on her suitcase. And I was like, she has to travel to these countries. And I wanted to go up to her and be like, what do you do? Like, have you traveled here? And I didn't. And it's like, why? 5 minutes. I have to get out there. And I always am thinking of how to get out there, how to surround myself with brilliant people, but I can't stay in my room all the time for that to happen. I can't be on my phone all the time for that to happen. I have to take the risk. No matter what. That's it. Take the risk. Change your thoughts. Thoughts that you like, and observe them. Like, don't really, like, sometimes it's hard because I hear two different things. Like, you're supposed to observe them and not try to change them. But observe the thoughts that really are surrounded in your life, the thoughts that really you see dictate. And for me, it's definitely with, like, external validation or people or just ideas. And take that and think about how to change that around. Because I listen to the song to change that around into something good, something better. I keep hearing this thing. First off, expect nothing and appreciate everything. That is so important. The next thing is everything I want is on its way to me. Everything I need is already within me. And sure, like, you hear these things and it's like new age drama, whatever, but it helps you recreate your thoughts. This whole, like, neuroplasticity thing is not a joke. It's so important. I just hate how much I crave, like, fame. And it's just related straight to validation. But I don't know. It's something that I've always struggled with, but it's like I want to achieve greatness, and obviously the greatness comes with ideas, but I believe in myself as well. I have just radical belief in myself. No matter the doubt I have the only doubt I have is how to start now. It's like, I can't force that. It has to come to me. Ideas come like that. And everything you spend your time on, that grows. Take action in the smallest thing you feel uncomfortable about, or even a small activity that you don't want to do, but you want to do, but you're scared to do it. Moon. I love the moon. Yeah. But I'm definitely going to start surrounding myself with people who take those risks. And I'm trying to become this woman as well. I'm not there yet. And that's fine. I'll get there soon. I just need to adopt the habits I'm trying to adopt. And I will. Yeah.